Oyetunji. I am making presentation on a paper for youth empowerment program organized by the First Baptist Church, GARKI-ABUJA, under the leadership of Reverend Thomas TAKPATORE. The title of my paper is Key to Success in Contemporary Business Activity. Key to Success in Contemporary Business Activity. We should look at the keywords: success, contemporary business. We are talking of business of today, and we want to achieve a success. So I will give you some highlights, and for us to know some things that are in this paper. Once again, I need to appreciate our Reverend Thomas TAKPATORE, the acting senior pastor of the First Baptist Church, GARKI-ABUJA. I want to appreciate Mr. ADEMOLA BAMIDELE, the chairman of this committee, members of the First Baptist Church, GARKI-ABUJA youth, and the president of the youth and his executive members, and all other members of First Baptist Church, GARKI-ABUJA, for bringing up this particular program to empower our youth so that they can favorably compete in this our contemporary world. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted and feel honored for the privilege given to me to present this paper titled Key to Success in Contemporary Business. Key to Success in Contemporary Business. This is very apt at this period of the Nigerian economy, where the youths and other employable citizens are not sure of getting jobs or any sustainable income to meet their inevitable daily expenses. The thought of empowering the youth by the leadership and sponsors from the First Baptist Church, GARKI-ABUJA, is a welcome idea. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you the highlights of my presentation as follows. Introduction. 2. Passion, business concept, and development. Under this, we are going to examine business vision, mission, and goals, stroke objectives of your business. Development of your business model and strategies. Defining scope of your business and understanding market gaps to fill concerning this your business. Feasibility study and cash flow analysis. Number 3, understanding input requirements. Under this, we will examine financial requirements, human capital, physical capital equipment, tools, etc. Number 4, other requirements like raw materials, etc. Number 4, business dynamics and technical know-how. Number 5, plans for shocks and limitation. Under this, we will consider survival strategy, establish business partners, and then we will conclude this paper. When we talk of a contemporary business, a contemporary corporation is a business form that is a traditional business form mixed up with up-to-date knowledge and processes. We want you to know that today's contemporary business is different from traditional business. In traditional business, we all know that approach will be based mostly on manual operations. But today's business, with the advent of technology, people use technology to drive their business in a faster way, in a more accurate way, and to make as much profit as possible and to reduce the cost of operation. So, a contemporary corporation will use corporate social responsibility, strategic alliances, and virtual offices to its benefit. These factors allow the business to create a cohesive strategy to accomplish tasks and activities. In most cases, the corporation looks to use many more tools at its disposal to enhance operations and earn higher income. When we look at this diagram by my right-hand side, we will see what it entails for you to have project success. You must have planning, very good one. Communication. How do you communicate your ideas to people, to workers, to customers? Then the skills required must be possessed. So, tools. This will involve your manual operations. It will involve your automation, using appropriate technology. The process that must be followed for you to achieve your set targets, and your management, your managerial skill must be very sound. Then teamwork. You must have people whom you can blend to work together to face the same direction towards achieving the set goals before you can achieve your set aims. So this can guarantee you a project success. I want to tell you today that don't do business in which you are not interested in. A business you do not love, a business you do not have passion for. The starting point is do a business in which you have passion. You must be passionate in what you are doing. According to Merriam-Webster, passion refers to a strong feeling of enthusiasm or excitement either for something or about doing something. Passions are often something you would love to do constantly, because when you begin with this business, you will be facing one challenge or the other. As these challenges are coming, because of your passion, you may not feel it. That is what will give you some encouragement, some motivation to continue until you are able to bring your business out of problems. Then stabilize yourself, grow the business, and continue to develop it from time to time. Passion is key. So begin from where you have passion. Business concept. What is the business idea that is in your head? You must have a business idea. You can't begin business without any idea. You must understand the company's business concept, which is about the direction and form of its operations. This concept will evolve from your head, and you have to brainstorm, think very carefully about it at the early stage. A business concept is a fundamental prerequisite for the existence of a company. If you look at the diagram, you can see an idea evolving from the center of somebody's head here, and the ball comes up as a light, and you can see the stars, the spread, of all this idea, then from that concept, you begin your development. Business development. When you have an idea, a business concept, the next thing is developing that small idea. That idea is like a mustard seed, which will begin to grow. Then, business development is the process that is used to identify, nurture, and acquire new clients and business opportunity to drive growth and profitability. Of course, you will see you need to identify, you need to nurture the business, you need to acquire new clients. You don't have clients before, or you have very little, you grow them. So, and this will help you to grow the business and to make profit. Of course, you should know that one major aim of setting up a business is to make profit. I'm sure none of you is willing to make a loss. A business development strategy is a document that describes the strategy you will use to accomplish that goal. Look at the diagrams. Look at that building. From the smaller to a bigger, to another bigger, to the biggest. This is how you begin to develop your business. You start small. Within a short time, it grows, and in the long run, it becomes a bigger business that has occupied an appreciable level of market. In business development, you cannot ignore your vision, business vision. Yes, you began from the idea, the concept, you develop the concept. What is now your vision? Vision is a mental picture of what to be. So, if you go to primary school, you ask the pupils, what do you want to become? I want to become a doctor. I want to become a lawyer. I want to become this. They have a picture of a doctor, of a lawyer, of an accountant in their minds. And that is what they are looking at, but it's not yet real. So in the same way, the business you want to start, what type of business do you want to start? Is a vision. What if the business, that type of business is in existence? Will you want yours to be like their own, or you want your own to be bigger? You want your own to be modernized? You must have that vision. Before you begin the actual execution, you must have that vision. So you are the one to bring your vision into reality. So it's a dream that you already have at this stage. And that dream, you have to bring it to where? To reality. A business vision is the desired image of what you want your business to become in the future. A vision statement provides you and your employees with direction, purpose, motivation, and inspiration to achieve the desired outcome for your business. So, the next thing is business mission. What is your mission? A business mission is the main idea, the purpose, and the drivers behind a company. Which sends the company, its executives and employees along its way in the particular direction. If you look at the picture by my right side, you will see people following a direction. You will see where they are all facing. They have a goal. You can see that arrow. That goal is where they want to achieve. But everybody is going, doing different things. So, but towards the same direction. So also, you have to get your workers, your employees, to blend them so that all of you will face the same direction to achieve the set goals of the company. The business you want to set, if people working with you are facing different directions, you will never achieve your aim. And that will lead to business failure. The mission is typically defined in a mission statement. A company's mission is the plan for how it will achieve its vision. Business goals, you have to set the goals. Goals are a predetermined target that a business or individual plans to achieve in a set period of time. So it is, you have to set it. What are the goals I want to achieve? In 1 month, in 3 months, in 5 months, in 1 year, in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. Any business that is not dead within 6 months, then that business is likely to survive the teething problems. A business that is able to stand for 5 years, 10 years, unless you don't want to do that business according to research finding, that is when that business can die. These goals are often split into short-term goals and long-term goals. Short-term, some people put it within the period of 2 years, depending on the nature of business. Because there are some businesses, if you say the short-term is 3 months. So, but definitely you are the one to determine or to define what will be your short-term and what will be your long-term. And of course, if you don't have the idea, you can research into it based on the nature of the business. But the important thing is that set your goals, set your business goals, and make sure that this is not make sure that this is seriously supported by your vision and mission. Business goals can be general and high level, or they can focus on specific measures. We look at the objectives. Business objectives are a written explanation of your goals as a business. Business objectives usually have to do with the most important operating factors of a company's success, such as revenue, operations, productivity, and growth. Think of business objectives as metrics to measure your overall business success. Hitting your business objectives means you are on path towards achieving target company goals. So these objectives are the breakdowns of the goals that you have set. How do you optimize your resources? Do you intend to create jobs? Yes. How do you create jobs? How do you develop human resources, those who are working with you? What of your supply chain? How do you earn profit? How do you create customers? How do you increase your productivity? How do you bring in innovations? All this, there are objectives within your business goals. You have to develop your business model and strategies. Business model refers to the logic of the firm, the way it operates, and how it creates value for its stakeholders. So, your own model, your own strategy, you are the one to bring it out. There are existing businesses that are operating. You can fashion out your own model. What type of management do you want? What type of partners? What is your own distribution chain? How do you intend to minimize your cost? What type of customers? Do you want just customer within the immediate environment? If you want customer all over the world, business must be carried into the cloud. And people can now reach out to you. If you talk of Amazon, if you talk of GoDaddy, if you talk of GhostGator, they can be reached across the world. This is the model that they have fashioned out for themselves. Your products, their products are being sold worldwide. So this is how you begin to put all things together before you start a business. There are several things you need to know when it comes to business model and strategy. You identify your target market. You define the problem you will solve. You detail your unique selling proposition, USP. You create a pricing strategy. You develop a marketing approach. You establish operational practices. You capture path to profitability. You anticipate challenges. And don't set up a business, everything will just be smooth, all true. No, it's not possible. Anticipate challenges. Challenges may come by way of your doings, maybe by your managerial approaches. It can come by way of competition. New people, new entrants that are coming to use the technology, and they are able to lower prices. You need to validate your business model, and you need to update to reflect earnings. There are gaps in any business. It is these gaps that you have to fill. It is these gaps that are bringing you into the business. If you just come into any business, there's no business that you don't find existing competitors. But no matter how big they are, there are areas they are missing it. Customers are complaining of certain things, maybe their approaches, their selling prices, by the way they are being attended to, inability to address their problems. You are to do a research and get to know this. And these are things that you will factor into your own model and ensure that you fit in properly. And when people begin to see the difference, addressing all the problems that they are seeing in their existing businesses, you will just see them that they begin to move with you. You have to analyze unique services that are recently successful, inspiration from competitors, and elaborate on their approaches. You have to think critically about user experience. You have to pay attention to trends. You have to listen to customers' feedback. You have to ask questions using online surveys. You have to attend trade shows and conferences to know more about today's business. And you have to think laterally with different industries and countries, because as you begin, you are operating within your locality. Then with time, you operate within the state. Then across the states. Then across the world. That should be your vision, and that should be part of your business goal. Then with that, you can bring yourself into a very big business owner. Then you have to stay up to date with business law. It's a lot of people are doing business. They don't know the law that are governing it. Some don't even know that when you go to CAC, there are some requirements that you must meet for this business to be registered. I will advise you to register your business. Check if your business has to do with meeting up with the standard organizations of Nigeria are there. If it has to do with NAFDAC is there, and so on and so forth. If it is banking, you should know that CBN is there. So you are to go through education. You should know Ministry of Education is there. If it is university, NUC is there. These are regulators within the business cycle. And there are rules, there are requirements, there are laws, there are policies. All this you must comply with. Otherwise, you can be seen operating illegally. You can be seen as somebody who will start business now and shortly you are being pushed out because you don't know that that type of business will soon be, will soon be so you have to understand the rules that are guiding you, the regulations that are guiding you, the standards that are guiding you. All this must be done before you start your business. Then feasibility and cash flow analysis. A feasibility study is a preliminary explanation of a proposed project or understanding to determine its merits and viability. A feasibility study aims to provide an independent assessment that examines all aspects of a proposed project, including technical, economic, legal, and environmental considerations. This feasibility report will help you to conduct a preliminary analysis. So you want to begin a business. So you need to know so many things. What is the demand? Is this the business that many people and you can easily get clients or customers for? Then is it marketable? Then is it a business that you can make profit? This will be in your preliminary investigation. You prepare a projected income statement. You have to know what will it cost you to start that business. Then what will be your revenue projection? Then what will be the units that can make you to break even? And what will be the units that you need to have to make profit? So people will go as far as knowing, when can I begin to have some little cash after paying all the necessary expenses? Because when you begin the business, if it is manufacturing, you need materials. If you don't buy these materials, you cannot produce. And the money that you are getting initially must go for it. Then you must pay salaries of workers. If it involves using machinery, you have to put money down for maintenance, for this, for that. All these things you must be done. These are first. So if you now borrow money, then you should know when you can start having a little surplus. It is your cash flow statement that will show all this. Then you can now say, based on the money they are giving you, if they say you should be returning 50,000 naira, you check. What will be moratorium? How many months will you give me? How many years will you give me before I start paying? Some people can say 3 months, some people can say 1 month, some people can say 1 year, depending on the type and the nature of the business. When they give you that, you check when you begin to have money down or on ground. Then feasibility report will show that. Then how much can you pay on monthly basis or yearly basis until you finish? So it is through this feasibility report. It is not that you just wake up, you say, I'm going to business, I have an idea, I'm going there. No, engage experts, accountants, to help you or consultants in preparing feasibility report. To prepare feasibility report that is research-based and give you clues into some hidden facts that are available so that you will know what you are promising people. Before you sign a contract, an agreement, an MOU, that I'll be paying this back, you should be sure through your feasibility report that this can be guaranteed. Otherwise, you'll be taken as a liar, then you'll be facing serious hassles, and this can overwhelm you, give you a heart attack, and you die off. So do not miss all these steps that I have mentioned. They are critical in business planning, and this is what can guarantee your success in business. Then, step to do a feasibility study, conduct a market survey, or perform market research. Plan business organization and operations. Prepare an opening day balance sheet. Revise all data. Make a go/no go decision. These are areas I will do, these are areas I should not do. You should know what to do and what not to do. You should know your do's and don'ts. Very important. You have to follow all these steps that will be really identified by feasibility report. So make sure before you do any business, feasibility report is key. Then financial requirements. So you have to know where exactly are you going to get money. This refers to the amount business needs to acquire assets, pay liabilities, and manage its operations. So some people use debt instrument, some people use their savings, some people borrow money, and all this will be contained in your financial plan. You have to know what are the tax incentives that are applicable to you. Otherwise, you have to factor it in that I'm going to pay so taxes. Because if you don't do that, all this will just give you a big problem, a challenge that may make you feel uncomfortable and abandon the business midway. So make sure all these are important. Then input requirements. Human capital, very important. Who are the people that will work for you? What knowledge do they have? What knowledge that is required? Do they have the ability? You don't bring sicklers. That's why you will hear, go and do medical or medical examination. So people do that to determine the medical fitness of a worker. Skills required and skills possessed, they are not the same. So you have to establish that the skills your workers possess, they are in consonance with the skills required. There's a required education somebody must have before coming to you. Or you are going to start business and you start training the person. Of course, it has additional cost to you, but I can bet it with you, you will fail. Training, of course, you must identify what training will you give to people. On the job training, training that you will send people to do, or you'll be inviting training consultants to come and train them, resource persons. So all this you will know, and it's a cost, and that must be built in. It's required, it's necessary, so that your workers can perform optimally. So the experience required, you don't just employ somebody because it's your relation. That person must have the required experience. Test the judgment of the person. How can the person review and it will be accurate judgment? Not that it will tell you that something that is blue is red. It's a disaster. So think about it. Wisdom is necessary. Somebody who has wisdom, who is wise, especially those who will put in leadership position, make sure they have wisdom. You need people who are creative. Creativity is very important. All these are factors that you must not miss. So it's an intangible asset, not listed of a company's balance sheet. Human capital is said to include qualities that an employee's experience and skills. Since all labor is not considered equal, employers can improve human capital by investing in the training, education, and benefits of their employees. The physical capital in a company includes any tangible human-made that is part of the production process. Machinery, technologies, inventories, and tools are all considered physical capital. Physical capital assets have a large impact on the productivity and output of any business. So you see building, you see computers, whatever that are physical, you can touch, you can feel, that are needed, you must know them and they must be brought in. Raw materials are the input goods or inventory that a company needs to manufacture its products. Example of raw material includes steel, oil, corn, grain, gasoline. Depending on the type of business that you are doing, you must know what are the raw materials, and all these raw materials must be available, most especially in the manufacturing. If they are not available, you cannot produce. You don't produce, you can't make money. You can't make money, you can't pay workers. And Of course, if you borrow money, you can pay back. So get to know all this, very important. Then business dynamics are useful means of characterizing important aspects of a business and its current state. Each lends to a complete picture of a business, its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and sense for the likely trajectory of the business. So you should know the business are not static. They keep moving. It's a wheel that keeps rolling, is changing from time to time. So as day by day, people come up with new ways of doing business, new technologies. So you just have to be up to date, and you must be doing your research, knowing what your competitors are doing, knowing the new things they are introducing. You mustn't be behind. If you are behind, you will not succeed, and that's a failure to you. So you take note of all this. Then take note that you have to plan for shocks and limitations. So I must tell you that there are shocks in business, very big shocks in business. So some business survival strategy include regularly monitoring your company's cash flow. How much is coming in, how much is going out. You have to monitor it. Check in with your business plan. So this is my plan, but in the actual operation, this is the result I'm getting. You must know the variance, and you must always put yourself back online. Building a network of other business owners. You can't do it alone, it's a chain. So in the value chain, understand it and come together. Conducting competitor and consumer research from time to time, do that. Adopting a flexible mindset and keeping cash reserves on hand. So anything can happen. So don't be cash strapped. So and then have flexible mind. Don't be stereotyped. Don't just be stubborn unnecessarily. Oh, I can't do this, I can't change. No, you will fail. So it will help you. And then able use. Ladies and gentlemen and other viewers, I believe you have been intellectually empowered with the presentation of today to drive into the ocean of businesses according to your passion, vision, mission, goals, and objectives, using the most current applicable digital business tools in achieving success in this contemporary business world. I appreciate your patience, zeal, and aspiration to join the League of Business Entrepreneurs. Today marks the beginning of your success or failure in business. Success comes with determination and ability to break the uncommon obstacles. I take it again. Success comes with determination and ability to break the uncommon obstacles that might militate against your desire to succeed in business. Problems are inevitable, but through dynamic approaches and persistence, you stand to win the battles of business failures and depression. Remember the adage, winners don't quit, quitters don't win. Look at the pictures by my right hand side. Success in business. Oh, there's a trophy. At the end of the day, the man is happy. The man looks calm. The man is unruffled. This is because there is a success. Look at the failure in business. The man is regretting. The man is not happy. Everything is going down. Which one do you want? This one are you choosing? So if you do not plan, then you have already planned to fail. So ensure that you follow all these business principles for you to succeed. So you don't just wake up, go into business without all this. So I pray God will guide you and God will increase you. God will elevate you, and I pray God will grant you more wisdom to know much more than mentioned in this place. Thank you and God bless. Once again, I am Dr. David Olalere Oyetunji.